This is why I said you're an old wine bottle. Paul Kersey. You remember you told me about 2 years ago, give or take a couple of months, maybe more than 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, you came out and told me and you went back and forth, and you said that I was right, not so many words, that Revelation chapter 13 and 16 is talking about an actual thing that they're going to physically put in you. You said that. You came back. You remember you said that? You wrote that in a comment. We were going back and forth, and I came back and said, "Well, when are you going to approach your congregation? Bishop Nathaniel and the rest of them, and the bishop, elders, uh, positions." And you said they're not ready. You said this is what you said. You said I believe you said it. IUIC and ISUPK are not ready. That's what you said. And me and you kept going back and forth, and I kept cursing you out about you supposed to, if the Spirit open your eyes to see it, you're supposed to confront them about it. So just recently, was the day or two ago, I basically called, in the comment section of one of the videos, I called you an old wine bottle. You ever read the parable of the old wine bottle? Well, that's you. If you take a wine bottle, a new wine bottle, you put new wine in it or old wine in it. It's not it has nothing to do with the wine. It has everything to do with the bottle. You take hey, like Bruce Lee. He says, be like water. You're like a cup of water with a hole in the bottom, right? Anyway, you take the new wine bottle, whether it's old wine or new wine, you put it in the wine bottle to preserve it, and the water doesn't leak out. Why does an old wine bottle leak out? Made out of like a leather material. Because the material breaks up, so there's like micro cuts in it. So, and it doesn't just gush out of the bag. You got a wine bottle filled with wine, and you notice that it looked like the wine is missing because you don't see the cuts. Then the next 2 days, you're thinking somebody's drinking your wine. But what you don't realize is that wine bottle has micro cuts in it, and the wine is seeping out and it's evaporating. So the MOTB that you agreed and said that you can see it, that was put in you. And I confirmed by saying, yep, that's it. You got it. Welcome to the club, so to speak. So you playing games, not going to the leadership of the IUIC, not having to sit down, not having a backbone, because you didn't want the consequences. You didn't want to be you're gonna miss the marching. You're gonna miss the purple. You're gonna have to give up the purple, and you don't know where you're gonna go. And then you're gonna say, well, if I go to Tahar might not accept me into his camp, and I can't go to General Yohana because we go back and forth. So I'm not gonna be able to, and I don't know if I can set up a camp on my own. See, because what you did, and taking that talent and putting it in a napkin and burying it, well, it's time to explain, what did you do with this knowledge? You didn't do nothing with it. So what did the Most High do? What did how about Shemal Shai do? He took it back from you. He took it from your mind. You said you see it, now you don't see it. First you say you my brother, and now you're not my brother. Inside joke. So let me read this to show you that all the wine done seeped out, and you got nothing but an old wine bottle, which is you, with no wine in it at all. It says, Elder, I am addressing the lie you told about how IUIC just accepts anyone. You're wrong on that. The IUIC has a strict vetting system. Well, how do you vet them? They're supposed to know all the scriptures because you guys don't know all the scriptures. So these guys don't have the 100% truth. You can't even say that. I dare anybody in the IUIC, including Bishop Nathaniel, to say he got 100% truth because he don't. And you must study and take tests. Yeah, study what? The precept packet. That's why when them Christians roll up on one of the camps and ask them, who's the king in Deuteronomy 28:36? And the guy, he go into the book, I believe that was in Detroit, whatever. You going back and forth in the book, and then the big dude said, the white man. There wasn't a white man. He didn't have the answer. So I did a video, and I said, I guess Bishop Nathaniel didn't put that in the precept packet. So this is what these guys do. They get a precept packet, which there's nothing wrong with that. If I write up a list of scriptures and give it to brothers to study, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to have the mindset. It has to filter in your spirit because there's some things that you might not see. See, what they do to you guys is they give you the precept package, you study it, you memorize the scriptures, and then when somebody asks you this question, this is the scripture you hit them with. It's not coming from the spirit. It's not coming from the soul. It says that it has a strict vetting system, and you must study and take tests in order to teach the Bible in the IUIC. So stop lying on the bishop. Now, you know what I noticed? When guys leave the IUIC, they go back to being a Christian, or they run to they'll run to this guy, Vocab Malone. I'll give you an example. Jay, the producer, he vomited all that up. Now, what do guys do that leave GMS or get kicked out? They keep teaching. They'll be out there on the highways and the byways. They keep teaching. So eventually, they'll maybe fade away. They'll just keep teaching. You guys in the IUIC that fall off, you just go right back in the world, man. You just become a Baptist, a Methodist, a Jehovah's Witness. So you're not rooted and grounded. And the MOTB that you've been teaching for years could be a multitude of things. Again, it is something that will be put in you, but it doesn't have to be a chip. Yeah, it could be a banana split, right? That shows you that the Most High took it, he gave it to you, and he took it from you. The Lord giveth and taketh away. A grain of rice and the MOTB, it could have come and went, or that shows you that the Most High just took it. He just wiped it from your mind. He wiped it from your memory bank. That's what I'm gonna name this video. He wiped it from your memory bank. That's good clickbait. In the form of another device, maybe you got the MOTB already and you don't even know it. Maybe many people have it without knowing it. It doesn't have to be what you think it is. It could be anything. That right there, based upon your comment, and thank you for giving me, thank you for being so forthright and giving me this comment right here. You just proved to me that you're an old wine bottle, and they ain't know you're pretty much an old, dried out wine bottle with no wine in it. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Shalom on to the next one. You better get prayed up, man, at the Most High. You kind of like Saul. Saul was trying to get that spirit back, and the Most High wasn't giving it back. Shit, you might have to try to go summon the witch of Endor, and maybe you can raise up Tazadakia, and he'll raise up and tell you what's what, because he knows he's in the spiritual realm. So maybe you should think about doing that. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.